Hey guys, it's AQT. I want to talk about leverage today, giving yourself the most leverage. Um, so, so this morning I woke up and I just about threw on a pair of yoga pants and a t-shirt. And I stopped, and most of my stuff that's like yoga related is it's not all black, but I have a lot of black like pants and stuff. And I was like, gosh, that's such a depressing color. Black has its occasions for sure. But I realized for what I want to do today, I've got to create a surrounding that's more playful because I'm tackling my script and I'm feeling a lot of avoidance. There's a lot coming up around it. And I realized as I was putting on some different clothing, which actually is quite fun. I'll show it to you. Check out my purple pants. Jasmine. I realized as I was getting dressed that I had to treat myself with more, like, give myself leeway to play because of my nerves. Because my nerves are kind of like going like this today. Because I want to avoid. I don't want to. Like, thinking about working on my script today makes me want to turn around and walk the opposite direction and find something else to do. So, in order to conquer that, I was like, okay, so what am I going to do? I was like, well, I'm going to make myself feel good so that the nerves die down or the avoidance goes away. So how do I do that? I was like, well, for me, it's about the sensory. I very much like to engage my senses when, because for me that's very stimulating. That's very, like sense of smell takes you back to memories. It's very intense and very evocative. So I put on some incense. I have this beautiful, what is it? Nag Champa massage oil that my friend Barbara gave me. Oh my god, it smells like, I have no idea what, like heaven. Jasmine and roses or something. Anyway, it's very fresh smelling and it's a divine. So I'm going to put a little bit of that on my hands and maybe put a plate of like berries or something and then turn on some music. But I kind of think you have to find ways to woo yourself into doing what you want when you're coming to a place that you're avoiding or you want to run away from or that scares up the living crap out of you or brings up anger or whatever. Because that's how we expand. That's how we grow is you have to find a way in to move into those places that scare the living crap out of you. And why does writing this scare the living crap out of me? Well, there's a sense of like exposure that scares me, I guess. Well, whatever. Not well, whatever. I should tell you so that it gives you like a map. I've been doing a lot of research the last week or so. I've been going to the Hollywood Shorts Film Festival, which has been so inspiring and so, like, lovely. And there's this like part of me, this part inside of me is like, oh my god, so cool, I want to do this, I want to submit something. And then there's another part of me that's like afraid that I can't deliver. And whenever that part of me that is afraid that I can't deliver comes up, it's very hard. It's a challenge to move in the creative direction for me. Whether it's my acting, whether it's writing, whether it's producing. I mean, you should see my table here. Let me see. Do you see all of this paperwork that I pulled out? This is all. These are all the chapters that I learned from my web workshop that I did in June. I pulled them all out. I broke up all the chapters. I started going through like how to deal with contracts and all that stuff, and budgeting and And it's all here. It's all at my fingertips. It's just now me pulling myself out of the way so that I can do it. I look at this, I'm like, I can do it. But there's a part of me that's like afraid. You know? So I've got to soothe that fear and create a space that feels safe for myself. And I think, you know what, I think for me part of that, and maybe for you too, is like knowing that this project is just for me, because I put a lot of pressure on myself because I want to help people and I want to make sure that I do it in the best way possible, and I don't want to gyp people or screw people over in information or whatever. So anyway, those are my own things that I come up against. But I think for me it's about making the project very private and small before I can unleash it outward. And part of that is practice. But anyway, like I was saying, part of like wooing yourself out, about allaying the territory of fear or anger or whatever is coming up for you, distraction, is making yourself comfortable and giving yourself a step up, giving yourself leverage so that you have an easier time moving into that space. And for me, that's like feeling good. And what makes me feel good? Smells make me feel good. This stuff is amazing. Incense helps too, just because of my association with yoga and things like that. Colors, bright colors are really vibrant. That helps too. Hence the purple pants. Butterflies, which for me and for most of the world represent transformation. So, feeling good. Anyway, do stuff that makes you feel good when you're moving into scary territory. Ah!